I remember when I realized I lost myself. And it didn't happen over a day, it happened over a lifetime. My name is Keisha. I worked at a job where I went by my middle name, Vanessa. At home with my son, I was one person. At work, I was Vanessa. That's a completely different person. When I was with my family, other than my son, that was another person. Then there was the friend Keisha. That was another person. And then who I was in the house was way different. And I felt lost. Who am I? Then I stopped working at the job I was working at. And I tied so much to my title, my income, what I owned, what I drove. And I was like, if I don't have any of those things, who am I? So I started with the one thing that made sense. I got rid of all the other titles, except for mom, and I became Keisha. I started to ask myself, what did I used to like? When I was a kid, when I felt free, when I had fun, what did I used to like? Well, I liked to make believe. It's hard to do that as an adult. But I would write. I would write like who I imagine myself being, what kind of life I imagine myself living. I liked to read. I hadn't read a book in years at that point, and I used to read all the time. So I started reading again. I remembered I liked to color. What kid didn't like to color? So I bought a coloring book. I didn't really like coloring that much. This is not my thing. I like skating. So I started skating again. And little by little, I really started to figure out who I was. And I know people can relate to that. I know there are people that are watching this that's like, yes, oh my God, you go by Mr. So and so or Miss So and so at work, but that's not your name. That's not who you are. And then when we really start digging into it, we're not even our name. But that is for a later and much deeper story. But tell me, have you ever experienced that? Are you experiencing that? How did you find yourself again? And if you haven't yet, what are you doing to rediscover who you are? Because the child us, we know who we are when we're children. I think it's through peer pressure, through television, through music, that we kind of get lost in the sauce and forget ourselves. But we're in there. And when we reach down and figure it out and get it back out, we find it and we love it. That's my 2 cents. I hope you find yourself. Most of us are having a snow day. I had to work today, but I got off early. So if you're having a snow day, spend some time getting to know you again. I'd love to meet you. Good night.